Have you ever felt like life is pulling you into a storm of emotions and challenges? In today's modern world, full of pressures and changes, we often face stressful work, complex relationships, and worries about the future. These challenges can leave us feeling drained and lost. However, amid this chaos, the philosophy of Stoicism acts like a guiding light, illuminating the path ahead with peace and inner strength. Stoicism is not just an abstract set of ideas. It is also a practical tool that helps us live a meaningful and satisfying life. Stoic philosophy teaches us how to control our emotions, face difficulties, and overcome any challenge. By applying these principles to our daily lives, we can find peace in our souls and become invincible to obstacles. Let's explore the 10 principles of Stoic philosophy. Lessons that will make us resilient, strong, and never defeated by hardships. Start this journey to understand and apply these valuable lessons, thereby living a life full of peace, meaning, and freedom. And here's an exciting challenge for you. Watch this entire video if you are serious about maintaining calm in all situations and growing personally. Leave a comment saying, "I am ready for the challenge," or simply, "Challenge accepted," to cultivate persistence together. Now let's start with the first principle, perseverance. Number 1, firm purposes. Have you ever wondered what keeps a ship steady in the vast ocean? It's the compass, and similarly, in life, a firm purpose acts as a compass for Stoic philosophy. Identifying and maintaining a clear life goal is crucial for overcoming all challenges and difficulties. A clear goal is not just a destination, but also a strong source of motivation. Consider someone who doesn't know what they want. They are easily swayed by temptations and lose direction. On the other hand, someone with a solid goal knows how to focus their energy, efforts, and patience to achieve what they desire. This principle is not only true in Stoic philosophy, but also emphasized by Jesus in the Bible. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. This advice encourages us to prioritize spiritual and moral goals, and then everything else will naturally follow. A prime example of steadfastness to a goal is the life of the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Despite facing numerous hardships from wars, plagues to political conspiracies, Marcus consistently upheld his Stoic principles, always striving to be a fair and compassionate leader. So, what is your ultimate goal in life? Do you have a specific plan to achieve it? Spend time each day to reflect and adjust your goals, keeping them always in mind and heart. This will not only help you maintain motivation, but also lead a life full of meaning and passion. A firm goal helps us navigate and stay stable in life, and provides the inner strength to overcome any difficulties. When you clearly know what you are doing and why, nothing can shake your resolve. Keep your goals as a lighthouse, so no matter how rough the seas, you always know where you are heading. Number 2, guarding your mind. The mind is where we store all our emotions, thoughts, and actions. In Stoic philosophy, guarding the mind is a fundamental principle for maintaining peace and stability. Our minds are like gardens. If not carefully tended, the weeds of anxiety, fear, and negativity will take over, robbing us of the fruits of peace and happiness. Protecting the mind means learning to control our thoughts and emotions, and preventing external factors from disrupting our mental state. Imagine the mind as a garden. If not cared for and protected, weeds will grow and overwhelm the space meant for beautiful flowers. Similarly, if we're not vigilant, negative thoughts will creep in, clouding our clarity and peace. Ask yourself, how can I protect my mind every day? The answer might start with simple habits like meditating, studying philosophy, or spending quiet time in reflection. For instance, when facing criticism, instead of letting negative words hurt you, remember that your value does not depend on others' opinions. Remind yourself, I control my mind. I decide how to react. In this way, we keep our minds clear, unaffected by external influences. Guarding the mind not only helps us maintain inner peace, but also creates a strong mental space where only positive and meaningful things exist. Start today. Care for and protect your mind to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. We're not just protecting the mind, we're also nurturing it, helping it grow strong and resilient against life's challenges. And now, let's explore the third secret in our journey to unlock our best potential. But first, I have a question for you. Have you ever felt hurt and discouraged by criticism? This question leads us to the third secret: how to wisely handle criticism. Number 3, handling criticism. Criticism is an inevitable part of life, but how we respond to it is what truly matters. Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." This means that criticism can only hurt us if we allow it to. When faced with criticism, ask yourself, is the criticism valid? If it is, take it as an opportunity to learn and improve yourself. If not, ignore it and continue on your path with determination and confidence. We can learn from the life of Jesus, who faced countless criticisms and challenges, yet maintained his faith and love for humanity. Despite opposition and even crucifixion, he never let criticism sway his mission. He taught us about tolerance and forgiveness, that we should love our enemies and pray for those who persecute us. This is a valuable lesson on turning criticism into motivation to love and contribute more. The story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, is also a clear example of facing criticism. Before achieving immense success, she endured numerous rejections and criticisms from publishers. However, instead of being defeated, Rowling persisted in editing and perfecting her work. Her patience and self-belief helped her overcome difficulties, eventually making her one of the most beloved authors in the world. When faced with criticism, ask yourself, is the critic trying to help me improve, or just venting anger? If the criticism is constructive, we should appreciate and listen to it. Otherwise, if it's meant to hurt, remember that our value does not depend on others' words. By applying these Stoic principles, we not only protect ourselves from undue harm, but also facilitate personal growth, becoming more resilient and stronger every day. Join our conversation. Will you let criticism defeat you, or will you use it to become stronger? We look forward to hearing your story. Fourth, transforming offense. In life, we inevitably encounter unfair words and actions that can cause harm. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us how to transform these offenses into opportunities to cultivate patience and tolerance. Imagine being unfairly criticized by a colleague. Instead of reacting with anger or a desire for revenge, view it as a chance to practice compassion and patience. Ask yourself, can I use these words to improve myself? Transforming offense not only helps maintain inner peace, but also makes us stronger and more forgiving. Jesus, in his hardest moments, faced insults and injustices. Even on the cross, he prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." This statement not only shows boundless forgiveness, but also teaches us a valuable lesson about transforming offenses into kindness and tolerance. When facing an offense, ask yourself, why am I letting these words affect my mood and self-worth? An insult only has power if we allow it. If we maintain positive thoughts and are unswayed, no offense can harm us. Instead of reacting immediately, pause and think. Is this really important? What can I learn from this situation? Remember, calmness and self-control are noble qualities in Stoic philosophy. By remaining calm and unaffected by negative words, we demonstrate strength and resilience. Transforming offenses into opportunities to cultivate tolerance and patience not only helps maintain inner peace, but also positively influences those around us. Like Jesus demonstrated love and forgiveness, let insults be a motivation for us to live better and more nobly. Ultimately, our true value is not determined by others, but by how we respond and grow from these experiences. We're eager to know, have you ever encountered a situation where someone's words or actions made you feel offended? How did you transform that into a lesson or opportunity for growth? Please comment, "I have," and share your story and thoughts in the comments below. Imagine facing every challenge, insult, or offense with an unshakable calm. Stoicism provides a powerful framework to transform how we perceive and react to life's provocations, ensuring that nothing can deeply affect us. At its core, Stoicism teaches that our distress comes not from events themselves, but from how we choose to interpret them. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, we learn to remain indifferent to external circumstances and prevent them from disturbing our inner peace. Visualize someone yelling at you or criticizing you harshly. Instead of reacting with anger or hurt, Stoicism encourages you to see this as an opportunity to practice patience and empathy. Remember, emotions are fleeting and don't have to define our actions. By embracing this mindset, you can see every offense as a chance to strengthen your character and grow. Picture yourself standing firm, not swayed by the storms around you, because you know that true peace comes from within, not from the approval or actions of others. Through Stoicism, you learn to view life with a sense of detachment, understanding that most offenses are minor in the grand scheme of things. By staying mindful and present, you avoid being caught up in the past or anxious about the future. Instead, you focus on responding with virtue and wisdom, maintaining your composure no matter what. Ultimately, Stoicism helps you build an inner fortress, a place of strength and calm that no external event can penetrate. This is the essence of becoming truly unshakable, living with a sense of peace and purpose that rises above the noise of everyday life. Number 5. Overcoming fear and shame. Fear and shame often stem from placing too much emphasis on how others perceive and judge us. However, true freedom comes when we realize that our value does not depend on others' opinions, but on our own qualities and actions. Ask yourself, how would my life change if I didn't let fear and shame control me? Consider the story of Jesus as a classic example. He experienced extreme fear and shame when he was condemned and suffered greatly. However, Jesus did not let these emotions defeat him. He used patience and endurance to demonstrate love and forgiveness. From this story, we learn that courage and confidence are not about the absence of fear, but the ability to face and overcome it. To illustrate further, consider a common scenario. Suppose you are a student preparing to give a presentation in class. You might feel anxious, fearful, and embarrassed. which could distract you from focusing on the content of your presentation. However, if you apply the principles of Stoic philosophy, you'll realize that these emotions are just reactions of the mind to an unfamiliar situation. Overcoming fear and shame can feel like the storm has passed, and the sky is clear again. When facing fear and shame, remember that these emotions are temporary and do not define your true worth. Have you ever overcome fear or shame? How did you feel after confronting and overcoming them? Please share your story so we can all learn and grow stronger together. We're halfway through today's lesson. Your presence is a great motivation for us to spread the values of Stoic philosophy to more people. Please like and share this video to spread these valuable lessons to your friends and family. Or leave a comment saying, "I love my life," if you're ready for the next lessons on this journey. Number 6, anticipating obstacles. On life's journey, encountering difficulties is inevitable. Stoic philosophy teaches us that part of wisdom is the ability to foresee challenges and prepare to face them. By anticipating and preparing for obstacles, we can maintain our composure and steadiness, not letting any hurdle shake our spirit. This concept is not only present in philosophy, but also exemplified by historical and contemporary figures. Consider the life of Jesus, who knew well the hardships and betrayals that awaited him before embarking on his final journey. Despite knowing the pain and sacrifice ahead, he moved forward with courage and faith. At the Last Supper, he encouraged his disciples by saying, "In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." This teaching acts as a guiding light, reminding us that no matter the difficulty, faith and determination will help us prevail. In modern times, individuals like Elon Musk also embody this Stoic principle. When founding SpaceX, Musk anticipated major challenges in rocket technology development. Instead of being discouraged, he prepared thoroughly, tested continuously, and kept improving. As a result, SpaceX has achieved significant milestones in the aerospace industry, ushering in a new era of space exploration. Stoics believe that anticipating difficulties helps them avoid being caught off guard or panicked when challenges arise. Have you ever wondered why you feel exhausted and vulnerable when faced with unexpected trials? It might be because you haven't mentally prepared to confront them. Accepting and anticipating difficulties allows us to see them as opportunities for growth and personal development. Imagine you are preparing for an important exam. You know there will be tough moments, tricky questions, and times of anxiety. But if you have prepared thoroughly, studied, and practiced consistently, you will feel more confident facing the test. Life is similar. Anticipating difficulties not only readies us, but also strengthens us to face them. Finally, ask yourself, what have you prepared for the upcoming challenges? How will you face them? Anticipate and prepare mentally so that when difficulties arise, you're not shaken, but become stronger and more determined. By applying this Stoic principle, we can face any obstacle calmly and resolutely, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and maturity. Number 7, inner strength, the essence of Stoic living. Have you ever wondered how to maintain your spirit and calm in the face of life's difficulties and changes? Stoic philosophy has shown that the key to overcoming any challenge is inner strength. This is not just the ability to nurture the soul, but also the belief in one's own self-control. Epictetus, one of the great figures of Stoic philosophy, emphasized that we cannot control everything that happens around us, but we can control how we respond. This inner strength helps us stand firm against the storms, maintain peace of mind, and make critical decisions. Take Jesus as an example. He demonstrated extraordinary inner strength in the Garden of Gethsemane. Despite experiencing extreme suffering, he steadfastly prayed, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will." This is a manifestation of inner strength, a composed attitude in the face of adversity. We also cannot forget Viktor Frankl, a psychologist who survived the Nazi concentration camps. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, he described how the power of meaning and life's purpose helped him overcome desperate circumstances. He once said, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." So how can you develop inner strength? Start by practicing Stoic principles daily. When facing difficulties, pause and ask yourself, is this reaction truly beneficial for me? Focus on what you can control and learn to accept what cannot be changed. Inner strength is not just a skill, it is a journey of self-awareness and continuous self-improvement. The story of Alex, a young man from New York, had never had an easy life. From a young age, he faced numerous challenges, from his parents' separation to constantly moving and changing schools. He grew up with a sense of never truly belonging anywhere, always anxious about things beyond his control. One day, while strolling through the park, Alex happened upon an elderly man named Mr. Collins. He was sitting on a bench with a thick book in hand and a calm, serene expression. Curious, Alex sat down next to him and struck up a conversation. They talked about life, the challenges Alex had faced, and his experiences. Mr. Collins listened attentively and then gently asked, "Alex, do you know about Stoic philosophy?" Alex shook his head, and Mr. Collins began to explain a philosophy that teaches people to accept what they cannot change and focus on what they can control. He spoke about Epictetus and lessons on inner strength, about how we cannot control events, but can always choose how we react. Hearing Mr. Collins' words, Alex felt a new light shining into his soul. He decided to learn more about Stoicism and began to practice its principles in his daily life. Whenever he faced difficulties, Alex would pause, take a deep breath, and remind himself, "I can't change what happens, but I can control my reaction." One day at work, Alex faced a challenging situation when his boss criticized him unfairly. Instead of getting angry or feeling frustrated as he might have before, Alex remained calm and focused on what he could improve. He realized that by controlling his emotions and reactions, he had turned a negative situation into an opportunity for growth and learning. As time passed, Alex grew more mature. He became calmer in facing challenges, no longer letting external events affect his inner peace. He understood that true strength came not from controlling everything around him, but from controlling himself. Alex's story spread, inspiring those around him. By applying Stoic philosophy, Alex not only transformed his own life, but also helped others find inner strength and peace amid life's upheavals. Thus, Alex found his path, a path filled with strength and self-control, where no matter what life brought, he remained steadfast in heart and soul. Number 8. Restraining actions. Imagine facing an emotional storm where every action could lead to undesirable consequences. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of restraining actions to maintain calmness and clarity in all situations. Self-control is not only a sign of wisdom, but also the key to living a harmonious and dignified life. When emotions drive our actions, we often make impulsive decisions that lead to unsatisfactory outcomes. On the contrary, if we can restrain ourselves and think carefully before acting, we can avoid many mistakes and achieve more positive results. A prominent example of action restraint is Mahatma Gandhi, who led India's independence movement through non-violent resistance. Instead of choosing the path of violence to fight oppression, Gandhi practiced patience and restraint, encouraging others to follow suit. He once said, "Non-violence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind." Gandhi's restraint and perseverance helped India achieve independence and made him a symbol of global peace. Restraining actions is not just about controlling behavior, but also about listening and understanding before reacting. This helps us build better relationships and avoid unnecessary conflicts. In the continuous flow of life, no one can avoid incidents and challenges. Facing them, Stoicism emphasizes that the power of acceptance is not just a choice, but a journey towards inner peace. Acceptance means adjusting your sails to navigate through the storms, rather than merely enduring them hopelessly. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever tried to restrain your actions in stressful situations? How can you better control your emotions and make wiser decisions? We look forward to hearing your story. Number 9. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is not about giving up. It's about confronting reality with a steadfast heart. Imagine a mother who has lost her child. The pain seems unbearable, but instead of wallowing in sorrow, she chooses to accept the reality and transforms her grief into motivation to continue living and doing good for other children. It is this acceptance that helps her find new meaning and purpose in life. A modern example of the power of acceptance is the story of Nick Vujicic, who was born without arms and legs. Instead of letting this condition pull him down, Nick accepted his circumstances and turned them into motivation to inspire millions around the world. He once said, "If you can't get a miracle, become one." Nick's acceptance has enabled him to lead a meaningful life and spread hope and belief to others. Have you ever felt like your life is an endless battle? How can we accept the things we cannot change and find peace? Reflect on the challenges you have faced. Perhaps you've lost a loved one or experienced a major setback in your career. Instead of letting these pains weigh on your heart, ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I become stronger from this? Acceptance not only frees us from anxiety, but also opens the path to a more meaningful life. When we learn to accept, we are no longer bound by things beyond our control. Instead, we become freer and stronger. Remember that everything in life is part of a bigger picture, and by accepting it, we find peace and the ability to face any challenge. In exploring the deep wisdom of Stoicism, I am particularly struck by the words of the philosopher Marcus Aurelius. The perfection of character is to live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense. This statement leads us to a core practice of Stoicism, which is also the key to becoming wiser every day. Number 10. Living according to nature. Living in harmony with nature means understanding and following the laws of life. This requires us to recognize our true nature and clearly define our goals and mission in life. Imagine a river flowing naturally. It does not resist or struggle, but always finds the path of least resistance to the ocean. We too should learn to accept and adapt to what life brings, rather than stubbornly and futilely opposing it. Jesus is a shining example of this way of living. He led a simple life, loved and served others, and followed the laws of nature and the soul. Jesus taught, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them." This reminds us that by being true to our nature and trusting in God's provision, we are always protected and cared for. Consider Henry David Thoreau, the American writer and philosopher, who lived for 2 years in the woods at Walden Pond to seek the truths of life and nature. Thoreau chose a simple, self-sufficient life in harmony with nature. He wrote, "I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life and see if I could learn what it had to teach." By living in harmony with nature, Thoreau discovered freedom and deep insights about life. Have you ever felt like you're fighting against unchangeable things in life? How can you live in harmony with nature and find true peace? Recall times when you felt lost or dissatisfied with the present. Could those feelings be because you were trying to control the uncontrollable? Happiness and freedom come from understanding that some things are beyond our control. Only by accepting this truth can we truly find peace and freedom. Living in harmony with nature is not just about accepting things as they are, but also about being grateful and enjoying what we have. This is how to fully live each day, with deep gratitude and understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Take a few minutes to reflect on your life. Are you truly living in harmony with nature? What can you do to adjust your life to better align with your true nature and the universe? Small changes in perspective and action can bring lasting peace and happiness. Life is always full of challenges and constant changes, but through understanding and practicing the principles of Stoicism, we can achieve peace and resilience in the face of adversity. The 10 principles of Stoicism are not just lofty philosophies, but valuable lessons we can apply daily to master ourselves and overcome difficulties. Start your journey of self-transformation today. By implementing these principles into your daily life, you will witness miraculous changes. You will face every challenge unwaveringly, find true peace and happiness. Are you ready to live a life inspired by Stoicism? Step forward with courage and determination and discover the hidden strength within you. Life is a beautiful canvas, and you are the painter of your own life. Paint the life you desire, always resilient and shining no matter the storms. Live the life you truly deserve. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. Please leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and send this video to friends and family to spread the good values of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos about Stoic life and personal development.